From The Butcher's Masquerade by Matt Dinneman. Trauma does that, I thought. It's an explosion with your heart at the center. It changes everything, all at once.
Quickly, get in here. Come on. Okay, good, listen. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to share the plan. What do you mean, who am I? It's Mallory. You're listening to the Reading Room Ruffians from the dungeon. No, Ariel isn't in here with me, and neither is our Supreme Overlord Carla. No. Oh my god, I am not letting you jump into a stairwell early ever again. Listen, while Zach is out there blowing up everything with Carl and Donut, Carla and Ariel are out there setting the trap to capture one of the demigods. No. Oh my god, why did we even invite you to the party? Okay. Look, we're going to go through books 4 through 6. You just stay here in the safe zone. Lucky.
Book 4 is The Gate of the Feral Gods.
Oh, that's one. Yeah, that's
the puppy.
I know. That's what I was going to say.
Is this where we get... Oh my god, I've just forgotten her name. The head.
It's Samantha, isn't it?
Samantha was in book 3, wasn't she?
Was she in book 3? I couldn't remember if we got her in book 3.
She wasn't in book 3.
No, because she was like the ice statue.
I think it's this one.
Because he has
Let
to
me
go.
double check.
At one point, because doesn't he like
They're on a
she
beach
like tries
or something.
she tries to like take out. The
Yeah, because
one
her kid's the sand monster.
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember where this stuff is. I'm just going by what Zach says here. Like, yes, that's the order it goes in, sure. Because, yeah, it all happened at once. I mean, I know I didn't read them, like, all at once like Ariel did, but I read them fairly close together,
Mine
so
was,
they're
back
all
to
like,
back.
yeah.
So I don't even have a separation.
It's like whenever anybody asks me about, like, which book is what in Harry Dresden, there are, like, specifically 2 books I know exactly what happens based on the title, and that's it. Like, everything else it happened all at once, so
Mine
don't
will be
ask
split
me.
between books 6 and 7 because that's where I had to stop and wait.
Yeah.
So Samantha, they get her on this book because this is 4 or 5.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
And she's technically a lesser deity who is basically stuck inside of the head of a sex doll. So that's fun. Also, she definitely keeps trying to say everybody who's her boyfriend, and then some bad stuff happens. We don't know specifically what, but whatever happens, she does not treat her boyfriends terribly well. Not on
they
purpose.
break up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they break up a lot.
She's a little toxic.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Yeah.
But I really don't think it's her fault. I think it's just who she is.
She also just has a very horrible family.
She does.
She really does.
She does.
That's true too.
Which is funny because, I mean, if you really
There's
think about it,
a lot of families in these books.
But also, like, usually that happens within, like, pantheons and, like, gods and goddesses and stuff like that, which is what makes it so funny. Because, I mean, this stuff really does parrot real life stuff.
Yeah.
It just kind of takes it an extra step or 3 further and makes
you can really see it.
Yes.
It's supposed to all be based on human culture and stuff.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's what the dungeon is supposed to.
Yeah. It's supposed to
whatever
basically
world
be.
they're on.
Yeah.
It
Reminiscent.
mimics that culture.
Yeah. But they just
Which says a lot about ours, doesn't it?
It really does, which I think that's a big reason it's so funny for me is it not only is definitely something that we would, I mean, the dungeon and the crawl is essentially like trash TV.
Oh, yeah.
That we would eat up as a society.
Yeah.
And when you think about that humans are actually the ones doing all of this and they're like, well, this sucks. Like, how dare they? It's kind of like, oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
So the 5th floor, this one's a weird one, a little bit. I mean, they're all
this is
weird,
the one
but
I
this
didn't
one's
like
a
as
little bit
well.
strange. So the idea of this one is you have a bunch of they've taken all the people in the entire dungeon. They split them up into different bubbles, right? This is like a little bubble world.
Yeah.
And the whole point is you are supposed to basically conquer 4 castles. And they're all different. One is a floating fortress that has a bunch of warrior gnomes on it. One is a castle made out of sand. One is a submarine, and the other one is a haunted crypt. And they have to like basically beat or solve all of those. And I wanted to say they get Samantha in the haunted crypt? Yes,
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes.
they do.
This is where the giant goose
And
is too,
one
right?
of the monsters,
Yeah.
the goo monster, is her daughter?
The sand.
I
The
know it's
sand
her
monster,
child.
yeah.
Sorry, the
but
sand
I
monster
don't-
is her daughter, yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I couldn't remember if it was a girl or a boy.
It's her daughter. Anyway, and then there's like some sort of weird super nerd. That's the reason why it's a sex doll, because there's some weird super nerd who was trying to
Marry her.
basically marry her.
Trapped her
So
in a sex doll.
He traps her in the sex doll because he's a weird, creepy weirdo. Anyway, so they have to go through and try to do all this, try to beat all of these different castles, and then they can get out. This is the thing. These books keep getting longer and longer. So the previous one was like 500 something pages. This one's 600 something pages. I think the first one was 400 something pages. They keep getting longer. So going through them is a little bit more difficult.
I think you really see where they're actually in this one picking up extra people that will benefit them later, where
Yeah.
they're trying to be
Yeah, 'cause
nice and
they're
help
trying to
other
work.
people. And they've done it in the other books too, but this one, it's very...
You have
Yes.
to work
Obvious.
together in this
Yeah.
world. Like,
Mhm.
otherwise you're not going to defeat all your castles.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, like the NPCs,
Oh, yeah,
where they're picking
Yes.
up a lot of the NPCs that are, we were on
Yeah, 'cause
that book gets all this quick,
It's
but it's
the
like,
camels, right?
and the doppelganger.
Well,
people,
I mean,
yeah,
They're
some of
as
them are.
camels
Yeah.
in here to blend in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editor Zach here. They are changelings, not doppelgangers. Honestly, guys, it's like we don't even listen to Mordecai. He knows his stuff.
They're building their army.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, they truly are.
It's so.
And it's not even they're trying. It's just like they're helping.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're kind of like, if you do this for us, we'll do this for you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And he's also figured out how to kind of not break the NPCs, but I mean, I guess really it is because he's breaking them out of like whatever
this brainwash.
the dungeon
Yeah.
has them under. Like he's done it a couple of times in previous books, but like here is where he really is like,
I
oh,
figured
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to fully
Juice
let
box.
on that
Juice box.
he doesn't want to fully like let on that he
Knows that.
yeah
It's just happening.
it's yeah I just thought there's so much in these books, I guess. They just like Carl he seems like one of those really dumb dudes, but he is seriously not, and it is so interesting.
He's like, okay, so he's like, what? He was in the Navy?
I think it was Navy.
Yeah. And then he worked, mechanic work?
Was it
Yeah.
Navy or Coast Guard?
It was
Maybe it was Coast
maybe
Guard.
it was
It was
Coast
one of the
Guard.
water ones.
yeah, maybe
But
it was Coast Guard.
and then he did like mechanic work or something like that, or
Yeah.
construction or something. He was like a blue collar worker.
yeah,
And
I don't know.
I don't know, he was looked down on by his girlfriend's family and stuff like
Yeah.
that because he did that.
Yeah. But he's also just like such a chill dude, and he doesn't like, he's not a man of a lot of words.
No.
And he, I mean, stays fairly well to himself. I mean, he has friends and everything, but he doesn't like, I don't know, spend 5 million every seconds with like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like he stays pretty well to himself. And so he's just not really like, you see him as just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
And it really starts out that way. And then the more you get into it, the more you're like,
he
he
just-
is so smart.
There's
It's
so
a little bit
much
scary.
character development there.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah, the character
But
development.
I feel like that's like a pretty common stereotype, though. Like
It
a
is.
lot of people think that just because you're working blue collar stuff,
yeah.
that you're dumb.
Or
Yeah.
that you don't talk a lot, that you're dumb.
Yeah.
Or if you do talk too much, you're dumb. I mean, I feel
If
like
you're
kind
like-
of Donut fills that one too.
Yeah, yeah.
She
Because
says
she's
a
a
whole lot.
show cat.
Yeah.
That automatically she's just all vain and stupid and
Yeah.
and she's really not. She has these complex emotions and feelings and thoughts and stuff.
And there's so much more going on there than you realize until later.
Yeah.
Or I didn't get it until later. I missed maybe the clues, but I knew she
I
was
didn't
smart.
get it either for
but
the most part.
I didn't realize the amount of stuff she was doing.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
like she's
yeah.
putting it all on, for the most part, all on as an act. And
Yeah.
the only person who actually gets to know this stuff about her is Carl,
Yeah.
which really
And
deepens
that's
their
how she
relationship.
wants it. You know, she doesn't
Yeah.
want people to know. It's like if you play dumb, people don't expect more from you.
Yeah.
And I think she kind of goes into that. Like, she's like, if I play dumb, if I play vain,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thought of as.
A threat.
Exactly.
I mean, and really, Carl was like that too at the beginning, but now he's like, well, I mean,
I got to protect my
yeah,
people.
It's time to really show up and show out.
Somebody's
'cause-
got to be a leader, and
Yeah.
that's going to be me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I kind of get that because, like, nobody else was wanting to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in this book and the previous book, you can really see him try to, like, he's trying his very best to save as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he seems like very, like, if you want to take over,
Yeah.
by all means.
Him's such a good mama bird.
He really is. He's like, he's like Pedro.
What?
And
Aw.
Steve.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Oh.
And Stranger Things.
We love these men that take care of babies.
We love mama bird men.
You mean Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
And who's the other one? Steve?
Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah. But Pedro plays too, like
Oh.
the one in The Mandalorian and then also in The Last of Us.
Pedro just in real
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Oh, he's such a
is
sweet
just
baby.
that. Like, you can
He
tell.
is a mama bird, and I love him so
Ugh.
much.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Hey,
anyway.
look, there's
He
our
would be
type.
probably
Yeah.
good to make that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach. You were trying to
So-
say something for like.
I don't even know. Okay, so I'm trying to remember
Carl's
exactly what
a
happens
mama
in this
bird.
book because one of the big things is that there's two things. A, first of all, they get the Gate of the Feral Gods, right?
Yeah.
That
Uh-huh.
spell. It's a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Editor Zach here again. The Gate of the Feral Gods is a 2-watch and box artifact combo that can be used to summon feral gods or teleport by creating a portal. So when I say cast a spell, that's what I mean. Anyway, they open it up too. No, okay, so there's a spell that happens, but also they open up the Gate of the Feral Gods, which allows them to break out of the bubble and go to a different bubble where they can actually escape, right?
Well, let's say, though, that every time a god comes to the world or the dungeon or whatever, another one comes to, like,
Yes.
fight them
Yes.
and kill them.
So it's like chaos on chaos.
Yeah.
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 So there was like, this one, they fought, but there was also the giant puppy, the demon puppy,
Yeah.
giant god demon puppy, and then a god came in to go find the demon puppy, and another one came in to fight him. Isn't that what happened? Basically,
I don't remember.
I don't think
Another-
that they came in
another
to
dog.
fight him. No,
To fight
not
the
another
puppy?
dog, another god.
No, a god came in to find the dog.
Okay, so they summoned the dog, and then,
And then
a
another god
to
came in
find the
because
dog.
it was his child, his murdered
it was his
child's
kid's-
dog.
Yeah. And they ended up making the rest of the crawlers try to kill the puppy.
Yeah,
Yep.
because, like, you.
And they had to save it.
Yeah. And-
including
and
that
then-
one guy.
Jerkface
I want
showed
to say
up.
Kevin Tran. I know that's not right. I know that's supernatural, but like, what is his name?
I thought it was Quinn or something like
It
that.
probably is.
It starts with a Q. I'm looking it up.
Quantavius. I don't know, but that's a great name.
Quantavius.
There's
What are
somebody that
Quantavius
works
is
with-
definitely not his name.
There's somebody, okay, hopefully they don't listen to the podcast, but there's somebody that works at the Nitro Walmart called Quantavius Gooch.
Oh,
That's
my.
legit.
What a
his
fantastic name.
actual name.
Huh.
Wow.
That's a name.
Yep.
Trying to think of the other name that, like, what's the Quan? I know Tavius is like Octavius. That's what makes me think of. But, like,
There is a
know.
Quan, isn't there? But isn't he a good guy?
I don't know.
No. I don't think so.
Quan's not the good guy? Oh, maybe it's a bad guy then.
Yeah, it's Quan CH.
Oh,
Ha! There we go.
Quan
Man, I was so
CH.
close.
Quan
Why?
Cha.
yeah. I don't know why.
Quancha.
I don't remember how they pronounce it in the book. Is it Quan CH or is it Quan
It's Quan
Cha?
CH.
It's Quan
Yeah.
CH.
Yeah.
I thought so.
But I don't know why. I just always want to call him Kevin Tran, but Kevin Tran is not bad.
No, he's not.
like,
Yeah, what are you
I guess
on
maybe
about?
just because he's
He's
always
from
like
Supernatural. He's a
He's
prophet.
a teenager in Supernatural.
No, I know him. I know him from that. I think you're just racist.
No.
Because Quan's also Asian.
Is he?
I think so,
Actually,
yeah.
Yes, that's the reason I was saying that.
Love that for me. Love that for me. I mean, all right. Unpack that one. Woof.
Anyway,
Do they all look
Quan
the same,
CH
Mallory?
is...
Do they all
No,
look
they
the
don't
same?
look
The
the same. Why, Kevin? I don't know. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to
It's
unpack
probably
that
what
one.
you envisioned him looking like in the book.
Oh, you know, it might have been actually.
It could have been something like that. Yeah, he doesn't succeed, obviously, in killing the puppy. The puppy does almost die, though. It's very close because it does not have that much HP.
I was so upset.
And it's so dumb.
Oh.
It's
And-
so dumb.
It's just a little
It's a puppy.
Yeah.
Probably
They
a
were
golden
able
retriever
to-
puppy or a
Probably.
Probably a Labrador.
They cut off his arm, though, didn't they? Quan CH's
I
arm
thought
at
it
the
was
end of the
just-
book?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they ripped. I thought it was ripped
It was
off.
ripped
It was
off.
It was ripped off.
Didn't Carl do it?
I
yeah,
think
Carl
so.
did it
Yeah.
because he kept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were all like, beat him with it.
Yeah. Stop hitting yourself. Oh man.
Anyway, though, so this one is it's a very good book. I think this was my favorite in the series thus far.
I think it was
Has
my least
been.
favorite.
That's weird to me. I don't know. Maybe you're just wrong.
It's like, I can't.
I gave it 5
I'm,
stars. The
I'm
others I
waiting
gave
to
4
talk
stars.
about my favorite part of the whole
Well,
book.
we're
I'm
almost there.
just-
We're almost there.
No, we're not. But we'll just keep going.
We're almost there. So, any other final thoughts about this one? I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought that all the characters were fantastic, and I really liked all the solutions they come up with, especially the one with the giant shark.
Yeah.
I like
thing.
the giant turkey in the bubble.
Oh my god.
And then it was on the loose.
This was a wild one
It
because
really,
it was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
wow. And the
Yeah.
goose, and it's like, seriously?
Oh, the goose cracked
Oh
me
my-
up.
And that little gnome girl was kind of freaky.
she was terrifying.
Yeah.
She scared me.
Yeah.
I think you guys
She
should
really
just briefly,
did.
before we move on, briefly describe what you guys were talking about with the goose and the little girl.
Okay.
In the floating castle, there was a little gnome girl, and she was like out of touch with reality. Is the best way I can
Completely.
explain it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And she didn't have emotions. She was like, "Oh yeah, there was blood all over the floor."
Yeah. Yeah.
But like her pet goose was like the boss that they had to defeat.
It killed everybody.
Oh, it did.
I mean, it was killing everybody.
It did, killed her dad.
Yep.
And
It was-
shit,
It went.
it just didn't seem
it
to
went off the
register
deep
on her.
end.
Yeah.
I think she was just like so traumatized that
Yeah,
she had just
probably.
shut down.
Yeah.
He ends up garbage disposaling it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought, oh my gosh, she's going to get mad. She's going to take him out. But it
No.
wasn't. I mean, she
No.
was, I
She
kind of
was
worried about her.
Out
Yeah.
of touch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know
Like
if
the
that
whole
was
house
like,
was falling out of the sky while he was fighting
yeah.
the
And
goose.
Yeah.
she's just like, just another day.
Yeah.
Just another day at the castle.
Also,
Nothing to see here. Flames all around.
gets
She's
a-
sipping tea.
This is fine.
he gets a really fun little achievement here. It's called Wild Goose Chase because he drank the pitcher of lemonade that Bonnie, who was the little girl,
Uh-huh.
offered him, thinking it was a potion to help him fight Denise, which is the goose.
And it
And
was
yes.
just lemonade.
Yep.
Yep.
It was just lemonade. So instead, he had
Nothing
to garbage
special.
disposal goose, and it was terrifying. And had like I feel like it had teeth and stuff, didn't it? It was like
It
a
did
human
have
goose.
teeth.
Did,
Yeah.
yes.
It was a very
was-
large goose.
You
It's
know,
a huge goose with teeth, and it was
it would have been so funny if he had just had the goose carry a knife just like one time. You know, like
Yep.
the threatening goose.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Mess
what
with
it
the
was
honk,
essentially
you get the
anyway. 'Cause
bonk.
yeah. I mean, it had teeth, so I mean,
Peace
like
was
it
never an
was
option.
carrying his knives in his mouth. But yeah, that was so funny, and I just kept waiting. Just the whole time, that whole scene, I was like, just pick up a knife.
Oh my
Just
god.
pick up a knife, goose. Pick up a knife. What? Okay, I'm done.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That
Moving
reminds
on.
me of wait a minute. That reminds me of a YouTube video I watched with the knives and stuff like that. I watched this cat. It was a black cat come in a cat door with a knife in
Yeah.
its mouth.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah.
It's like donut. Like,
Yep. That's so funny.
All right, next book.
Next book is called The Butcher's Masquerade.
Oh God, this one hurt me.
Yeah, this one was rough.
So this is the 6th floor. This is another one of the over city levels, basically. And it's called The Hunting Grounds.
This is where we meet Tina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Tina.
There's Tina, the other
Energies.
Mongolios.
No, she was the T-Rex.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
The T-Rex. Oh, that's right.
But
Tina's
her
the
mom-
T-Rex.
yeah.
Her mom was
But her
the
mom
other.
was the Mongolius.
Actually, Tina is an Allosaurus. She has 3 fingers, not 2.
Mongoliensis. My God.
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
so hard to
I know
say.
where your brain went.
Yep.
Mongo!
Mongo, no! Come back to
Oh,
money.
yeah. Yeah, that was spicy scenes with Mongo and
He's a
Tina's mom,
baby.
the dinosaur. So I'm trying to remember what the actual premise
Oh,
of this one is. I do
They were
remember.
having that big
So-
masquerade ball at the end.
There's a big
Like, if
masquerade ball at
you-
the end. The main thing though is that you have this is the hunting ground. This is where you have people who are NPCs, but these are people from outside of the dungeon. They come in, and the idea is that they hunt
crawlers.
crawlers.
And they pay to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
And they
pay
pay
to come
to
in
do
and
it.
hunt.
It's essentially like
Like
a
trophy
safari
hunting.
Yeah, trophy hunting, like you big safari hunts or whatever like
Yeah,
that.
except
They're
Yeah.
also
for-
trying
But-
to gather the weapons for
Yeah.
like the 9th level, aren't they?
Yeah.
With this one.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. They're trying to kill people and gather weapons and equipment for the 9th level. The more crawlers you kill, the better, basically, that sort of stuff goes. But the thing is, because they're in the dungeon and effectively in some areas the safeties are turned off, they can actually die,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is
Yeah,
a
but
big
didn't-
deal.
Didn't
Shucks.
something happen to get those safeties turned off?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I
'Cause
can't
it
remember
wasn't like that to
specifically
begin
what it
with.
was.
Yeah.
I want to think it had something to do with the AI.
I
No, the AI did disable. I don't remember why he disabled them.
didn't
Like they broke a rule or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Sorry about your luck."
That's not fair.
If
This
that's
is
how
what
you
we
want
do.
to play it, that's how we can play it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It
were
was prob-
talking. They were talking to people off world.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Yeah. They were cheating.
Yes.
So it was like, okay, safeties are gone. And they kill a bunch of them. Like
Mhm.
the Carl and team
Donut take
kills a
out,
ton
like-
of them.
A
Yeah.
ton. They
Yeah.
kill too many.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not actually too many, but
but like it's more than whatever.
it's more than they
has
were
been done
expecting
before,
because they were
yeah.
expecting way more crawlers to die than actually died, and then
Yeah.
It's because they
way
were still
less-
working together
yeah.
and spreading the news.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Man, I
because they're
loved
using
that.
this sort of connection network
delicious.
that Carl and them have been building to
Yep.
dispense information and track people and do all this stuff so that they can have a much better advantage
Isn't this the
in the
first
dungeon.
book where Carl literally almost dies and Donut meets the Rottweilers?
Yes.
She does meet
Yes,
the
this is
yeah.
the one with
Uh-huh.
the Rottweilers.
Yeah. And
This
he
is
does
also where
almost
we
die.
find
Yeah.
out
Yeah, I was gonna
that
say
something is wrong with those Rottweilers.
Miriam Dom kind of brings it back.
Oh man,
Miriam Dom also
That
dies in this
hurt.
book.
that hurt
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
I cried so hard.
That was bad.
That was-
It
Yeah,
was
that
it was
bad.
a sad way to. I mean, it was just pitiful.
yeah.
And poor Prepotente.
Oh,
Yeah.
He hates Carl even more.
Yep. It really sucks. That whole scene really sucks. But I mean, it had to,
hard.
at that point it had to happen, unfortunately, because she was,
She was messed up.
She was messed up. She was going to die anyway. Yeah. And it would help Prepotente in the long run if she just died there, so he wouldn't do anything to, I guess, save her or like.
Yeah, because he was
not
froze.
because he wasn't
Yeah.
able to. He was frozen there during
Like
that time. She froze him.
paralyzed or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was just bad. Anyway, in this one, they also do. So, yeah, like you said, we have Tina. Tina is a magical T-Rex.
Yeah.
Doesn't she have a wand? Yeah, she has a
Yeah.
wand.
Yeah. And a tutu.
A little fairy wand and a tutu.
And a tutu, because she was going to be
prettiest girl at the
doing a
party.
dance
I was getting ready to do
for her recital.
that. Uh-huh.
And
But
she
it was
wanted her
in
mom to
it was
see.
in a community that was very, very religious
Yes.
and frowned on that type of stuff.
It was basically Footloose. Dancing was bad.
Basically, yeah. Uh-huh.
Dance bad.
And then, isn't this when the talent show happened also?
Yes.
At the end of
Yeah.
the,
It
the
happened
masquerade.
during
yeah.
the masquerade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they, we're going to have Tina come on and finish her
Oh
They
my
were
gosh.
thinking, they were thinking that was like the end of her quest. Yeah.
Apparently, there is a recording of that song, by the way, that Donut sings.
Oh, she
that
does
is-
so good.
Apparently, it exists. Matt has been trying to get them to release it onto Spotify.
Yeah.
yes!
I think
Let's
it's
do it,
technically on
man.
the Patreon right now, but
I
I
love
just thought that's
that.
funny. I haven't heard it, but I would like to hear it. It sounds fantastic.
That was just so funny. Some of that. I mean, this one was both horribly traumatic and
It was very funny and entertaining, but
Out of
also
there, yeah, outrageous.
it was emotional.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I really think that most of these books are like that. I mean, you see all kinds of very traumatic things going on, but there is so much humor that they use to try to cope.
Yeah.
And I mean, can relate. So it's like you're laughing about it and then you remember, man, I
Yeah.
should not do that. Like, stop.
Yeah. This is also when you find out that I want to say when you find out that kids and pregnant women aren't in the
Yeah.
yeah,
dungeon because
Yeah.
because of
one of the crawlers.
Katya, because of Katya.
No, she doesn't. get
she's
pregnant.
given a. Isn't she given a choice in this one, or is that
Not
one later?
that. No, it's
Okay.
not until later.
the
But
goat
there was another.
twins.
Yeah.
It was those twins. They
They were
died.
the
so
twins.
They
Yeah.
were
Twins
formed
came
together.
back.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
right.
came back
because
as a
whenever
baby
they die, they reborn.
That's right.
and then got transferred out of the
That's
dungeon
right.
because they were
Yeah.
babies.
Man.
That's the way to do it.
It is. It is. And it's crazy because you really see like the former crawlers who are mentors in this. It's not all of them that are really good to their mentees, but he was a former crawler and I don't know why he thought that it would come down to that, but he was like, choose this.
Yeah.
And
Man,
I feel
he-
like goosebumps.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
He had him pick
Donut
well,
and
yeah.
Carl really lucked out with Mordecai.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, but didn't the old people, the nursing home people,
Yeah.
theirs wasn't very good at all.
no,
no. But
I
I mean,
remember.
yeah, I think they did okay, but it was just the matter of there were so many of them. And on top of that, it was like not all of them really wanted to do anything except for just like get to the next floor.
Well, they
and-
complain about how she doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to
Oh,
actually
okay.
help.
I don't really remember that, but I mean that makes sense because it is. Yeah,
Like she's just there to get through and be able to like retire or whatever.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. That is who that one is. All right.
Yeah.
Because who?
Are you thinking about the TV show host?
No, the couple in the first book that Carl.
Oh, the guy,
The guy and the girl?
Yeah, their mentor
Mhm.
tried to like basically talk them into killing Carl and Donut
Yeah.
at the very beginning, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
They weren't even that popular yet.
I think they just ran into him though. Then it was like, and then as they got more popular, then they had to like go back and
Didn't they? Okay,
They
didn't
found them in
she
a
at one point
rest area
though
or
tell
safe
them
area.
that their mentor told them?
It's because Carl set off a bomb and their daughter died from the shrapnel.
I thought it was like the whole reason though was because they were in that restroom or safe house or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
waiting for him, though. That was before he set off
It
the bomb.
wasn't specifically him. It was just people.
They were
They were
just
told
waiting.
basically
Oh,
to
it
kill
was just
people.
any place. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then after their daughter died,
Yeah. Okay.
they
Yeah.
were like, "Okay, you're a dead man." Which
I
I mean,
couldn't-
I get that.
I get that for
that
sure.
a lot. But like,
But they set it up to where their daughter died.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
By
like,
being like that. Because their daughter didn't want to be like that.
no, she didn't want to kill anybody. She
Yeah.
wasn't leveling up,
Yeah.
and so they like gave her that ring.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So this is also where Carl gets his gauntlet thing. I think, right? Or that was in the previous thing, but this is
Yeah,
where he
that
starts
was in
using
the-
his
yeah,
gauntlet.
Yeah,
Yeah. He doesn't use it that much in the
because he has
previous
it in
book, but he does this one.
in the subway.
Yeah.
Doesn't the Signet storyline end in this one?
Yes.
Sadly.
Yes, the Signet storyline ends in this one. He starts using
But
the gauntlet a lot, and you can see how it's starting to corrupt him to some degree.
But she's
The
going
gauntlet
to
and the ring.
the 9th floor, isn't she?
Oh, is it
Signet?
the ring? It's not the gauntlet. I'm thinking of the ring.
It's the
Sorry,
ring,
you're
but
right.
the
Yeah.
gauntlet,
Yeah, the ring
every
is
time he
corrupting.
uses the gauntlet, he has a chance to
summon a
summon
god.
that god
Yeah.
that absolutely hates him.
Which I think the chances are skewed in the god's favor.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
want- because it's
for
like
sure, yeah.
it's only like a 15% chance, and it happens.
But every time it doubles, like every single
Oh,
time
that's
he
true.
uses it.
Yeah. Or maybe now it's up to a 15% chance. I don't know. I can't remember.
But yeah, the ring is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
He gets the ring in this one, I believe, and the basic premise of the ring is that every time you kill an NPC, or is it also other crawlers?
It's anyone you have
Anyone
to
you
target
mark.
them. You have to mark them.
Oh, that's right. You have to target them, and as long as they die, then you get permanent boost to your stats, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So people use it in the battle that comes up later, I think on the 9th floor,
Yeah.
to get
Isn't
more
this
and more
also
powerful.
that where, let's see, the bouncer guys or protection guys who are, I can't remember their names.
Oh yeah,
They play a bigger part.
yeah, because they made a deal.
Yeah.
because he has this lawyer make a deal.
I love the lawyer too.
Yeah,
It's like, so remember that, guys. No matter what the situation, always ask for an attorney.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. His attorney. Ooh. That's a fun one.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I cannot remember that bouncer's name that
I
Donut
know.
loves.
I know. It's like a something with an E on it.
Yeah, it's
like
got an E at the end because
Oh my gosh.
she adores him.
And they become their bodyguards, right?
Yeah. They hired him as bodyguards, but they love them. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's not Clarabelle, is it?
No,
No.
it's like I want to think it starts with a D. But then
Clarabelle
again, I
is-
just make
oh,
up
no,
letters.
Clarabelle
sometimes.
is the bouncer for going into that place.
Yeah, the club.
Who knows Mordecai?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mordecai's friend,
Bomo.
Clarabelle.
Bomo, that's one of them. What's the other
That's,
one?
Yeah.
Bomo and hold on. Where is it? Sledge.
Bomo's
Sledge.
one of
Sledgy.
them.
She calls him Sledgy.
Sledgy.
Yeah, Sledgy. Yeah.
Yeah. I think his actual name is Sledge, isn't it? And then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called
Yeah, Sledge.
Sledge, but he calls her Sledge. I mean, she calls him Sledgy.
Yeah.
Bomo and
Yeah, they get these
Sledge.
bodyguards when they go into the place
The-
where that bouncer
The
was.
Desperado Club.
Yeah, the Desperado Club.
Which
Gets
is
the
hilarious.
And basically,
What is it?
they're 7-foot tall rock
the-
monsters.
The Penis Palace.
The
Penis Palace, yeah.
She spends way too much time there.
I really think she's more working though than
I think
than
she-
what you think.
Yeah.
I think she is too.
Especially,
Because-
the further you
yeah,
get in, because
It's like she is. She definitely her intelligence. She puts it to good use.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does.
And you don't know it. She just plays so
Yep.
vain and shallow.
snooty.
Yeah. I mean, she's like a oh my god type. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, she sounds very vapid, even though she is not.
yeah.
She does, yeah.
Anyway, I like
I
this
think
one a
they're-
lot. This one was
yeah.
fantastic.
I did too.
This one was Oz.
And they're holding it together. You can see that they're holding it together.
Yeah.
Both of
This
them.
is
And it's
also when you
hard.
find out that Katya also wore the tiara that Donut
Ugh.
did.
Yeah.
And now one of them has to die.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be Katya or everybody will riot. So let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But
I really
she
think
has 3 options to like not.
Though I'm a little worried
I don't
because
think we find out about that until the next one, though.
yeah,
No, we
if
don't,
you
huh?
look at this on the 7th book, Donut's not on the cover.
I
Well, she wasn't on the cover with Mantar, was she?
I don't think
know.
she was.
She wasn't on that one, no.
But I'm a little worried. But the lady with the butterfly wings is on there.
She tickles me to death.
Oh my
The
god.
90-year-old.
No,
Oh,
not
other-
the 90-year-old.
little
The other
teeny
one.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one. The nurse. She's the one with the butterfly
okay.
wings.
She's the one in heels.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
That's kinda
90-year-old's like a little ice fairy.
That's right.
Why did
Well,
I think
Ice
that they
Fairy,
were
who is
still like
terrifying.
actual people sized?
Yeah, she's scary.
I thought they were both like people sized.
I thought
No.
I thought the healer was, but
The healer is the 90-year-old lady. She's not super tiny, but she's small. She shrank.
I didn't think she shrank that much. I didn't
either.
I didn't get that.
She's like,
Because she cray cray.
I think
Yeah.
she's like Rowan's size.
Oh.
That's even scarier
Huh.
because she is.
I don't even
She's scary.
see my brain pictures
A good
really
scary.
weird
I
stuff
didn't
because
get- I
I
didn't get that smell
never I
either.
just figured she was like
Uh-huh.
probably her same size and it was like a 90-year-old woman. I'm sure
Yeah.
she wasn't like super
Oh wait,
tall or
I think
anything.
maybe
but-
Donut is in here because it looks like Mongo's in the back and there's something on his back.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
it would
okay.
definitely be Donut.
There's also what looks
This
like
is the new cover.
a giant meatball with legs and eyes and a mouth.
Yeah, that's the ball that they get in the previous one that, oh, nope, never mind. I'm not telling you about that one.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
I'm gonna get you.
And
Sorry, I
the previous
forgot.
One.
No. I've already read a significant
He's
chunk of the
read-
7th
Oh,
book.
He's
I
read some of
know.
the 7th because he's got the Patreon because he
Oh,
offered
that's
to
right.
let us do it,
Uh-huh.
but
I said
I was
no.
like, I want to listen to it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I stopped reading it because I was like, I'm just going to wait until the book comes out so I can listen to it.
Mhm.
And that
Okay.
way I don't have to wait for the next chapters. Because, I mean, it just was, it was rough. I did, was like, man. And then something would come out and I'd spend like an hour reading it or something like that. And then I was like, well, I guess I have to wait another few weeks. It's a
That'd be
miserable
hard.
experience. I don't know
Do
how
we
people
wanna-
do it.
Go ahead and move on to the 6th one because it's getting.
Oh,
late.
okay.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get to the 6th
My
one.
favorite part of this whole book is at the very end.
'Cause
The
I was gonna
next
say, 'cause
one is
it's
called
almost
The
noon.
Eye of the Bedlam Bride, and this is a very strange one, but you get
Yeah.
a lot of backstory. You get
Uh-huh.
Patrick Warburton in this book as narrator person. He plays Carl's dad.
Also,
and then-
Kronk, if you don't know who that is,
Yeah,
because I don't
Patrick
know
Warburton
actors'
is
names.
Kronk. And then we also have this weird card game thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, imagine if you all have watched the show Yu-Gi-Oh, where they have the cards and you play the cards and then the monsters come out on the playing field. That's what this going on with this. That's exactly what's happening. It's Yu-Gi-Oh, but not.
And that spider person is
Dude,
terrifying.
she scared me.
Yeah.
She is the only one that I've been like, oh my God.
Now, what was it? Something Jesus.
Uzi
Was it-
Jesus.
Uzi Jesus. That's what. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wow.
And then the crab.
Yeah.
And the trophy he got.
the donkey thing.
Yeah.
There's
That
just
comes
and
apart.
the seals. Oh God! First of
Yeah,
all, the crab
seals-
and the seals.
The seals are so funny
The
too.
crab thing is like hilarious, but also like, oh my God! Like,
Yeah.
where did we come out with this?
Yeah. I love the trophy that he gets for it. though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
What's the seal's name? It's like
It's like Raphael or something like that. It's something like that.
he tickles me with his karate things. Then
Yeah.
he's the one that
Yeah, he's like a ninja.
yeah. The ninja seal. I even picture it more of a walrus because I don't
See,
even
I thought
Yeah,
walrus.
yeah.
Like when I imagine
Like
it,
I
imagine
know it's
walrus.
not, but also I can't help it. Like
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. But this one was like unnerving.
And like the crab, I picture because of how the guy that narrates does his voice. I just really want it to be Antonio Banderas, but like as
I was
Zorro.
gonna say with like a mustache.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
he's a
like
crab.
the Zorro
Yeah,
mustache.
he's a crab.
Yeah.
Just a big crab with a mustache. You can't tell me otherwise.
Oh
Snaps
my
Oh
god.
wait, does it not say that he has a mustache? Because I envisioned him with a mustache as well.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like you
I
just
think
can't not
I
see
think he was supposed to have a mustache, but that I don't know.
I can see it.
I just like it was the whole like even like the Zorro mask and the mustache. I don't know. I don't think that he does, but it's just
Well,
like
no, we all got the mustache.
Yeah.
So he's going to have one.
yeah.
Grow the mustache crab.
Gerald is the seal's name.
Okay.
We
I
had
see
that
it on
too,
the
remember?
cover. He's a monk seal
Yes. Yeah.
or Geraldo.
So you can do kung fu.
Geraldo.
It's either
I think
That makes
Gerald or
sense.
Geraldo.
I think it's Geraldo.
I think
It's
it is Geraldo.
Because it seems weird to have him doing like,
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, it's hysterical.
Monk
no.
seal. I laughed so hard whenever they said that though, and then he came out fighting like a ninja because
Yeah.
like in D&D that's like monks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was like.
laughed
I think that's where it
so
came from.
hard.
You
Yeah,
know?
probably.
Probably is.
But it was one of those things I was not expecting until
Yeah.
it happened. I was like, oh my God, that's so great.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I hated the fact in this one that you do lose people though, because it was
Oh gosh.
kind of traumatic the way it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is when
and the
Carl
last
gets a
book.
pet too, right?
He does.
That giant
He has to. It's
thing.
like he
That-
has to because she leaves it for him.
Yeah.
It turns into a baby,
Yes.
and she's
because
Oh,
she
yeah.
knows she's gonna die,
Yeah.
and she gives him.
Oh, the meatball thing?
is it a meatball?
Is that what it
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what's on the cover.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't
That's what's
know.
on the
I thought-
cover. It's
I
that
didn't-
meatball thing.
I
So
thought
what-
it was like a slug-looking thing.
Now, see, in my mind,
I
I know
don't
it's
even
wrong.
remember
I
what it
pictured it as
was.
like. Have you
It's
seen that
small.
thing from like
It's small when
Bugs
he gets
Bunny,
it.
where it's just like a monster thing, and there's no head. It's just a big. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
They grew
No,
into
no.
it,
It's
but
a
maybe
meatball.
not.
It's small when he gets in. It gets bigger as
I
it eats things.
totally forgot about that. So I don't even remember what it was.
They could have chose it when they chose Mongo,
Yeah.
but
But
Yeah.
it was the. Oh dang! Who was the lady that owned it?
Yeah, that's what.
Was that the dog lady?
No.
No, I don't
she
think
made
so.
she might. Did she look like a dog?
Yeah, she looked like a dog.
Oh,
I think
her.
it may have
Oh,
been.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought you were talking
Okay,
about
wasn't it
I got
her?
you. It was, wasn't it?
I think
Lucy
so.
Amar.
No,
No,
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't
She
her.
has the Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Oh,
The dog, the girl
The one
that
Donut
looks,
hates.
Yeah, the girl that looks like a dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she
yeah.
is
I
now
think
a
that was
dog
her.
It was
person.
hers.
Yeah.
I like the way that they handled the Rottweilers when she had to deal with them.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Oh yeah, but that was that part. I just want to briefly go back to that. You see there where she's Lucy Amar's like, no, you got the wrong one because
yes.
it killed the
Yeah.
good dog, presumably,
Yeah.
not the
Uh-huh.
one that is. I think a person, something like her dad or something, that has become a dog or possesses the dog.
Yeah,
There's
like
something going
I
on.
don't know
for
if
sure.
I don't know if it's somebody that she's related to so much as like
It could be
don't
like
they
an
have
alien
representatives or
thing.
something like that? Doesn't she have a representative that's supposed to be like watching what she
that's
does
right.
and like
That's- yeah.
helps?
Because she's a child. Now, how she got to stay in the dungeon is like
I don't know.
there's something.
Well, that's the
And
reason why I was
also-
thinking it was her dad or something like that.
And it also is weird because I really feel like it's more than one person.
like in her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
like the
Like in
brainworm
the
thing
dog?
Yeah.
from
No, I think in Lucy
Oh,
and Mark,
you mean-
like she talks.
She talks to herself like there's
somebody
more
else-
than one
yeah.
person
Person.
in
Yeah,
there.
I
Like-
feel like she's possessed in some way or mind controlled by, again, the dog.
or even like the dog and somebody else. I don't know. Like I feel like there's more than one thing in there
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she's fighting against.
Yeah, 'cause
I mean, it
it's
could be.
her.
It could be.
And then there's like this like angry rage one, and then there's like one that just shuts down completely.
Yeah.
maybe she
The
has
one
a
that
split
shuts down
personality
completely,
from
I think
like
it's just straight up
previous
her.
trauma.
Well, there's the one that cries a bunch.
Yeah.
Like there's one that's like calm and just is there. There's one
Oh,
that's
okay,
like
yeah.
full of rage, and then there's
The one that cries is definitely.
I think
the
I
that's
little
think
her.
girl.
her. I think
Yeah.
I
that's
think that
her.
one's her.
Yeah, I think Donut got the real dog instead of the whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway, back to this one. The weird Yu-Gi-Oh stuff aside, they talk about how that is just, it feels like not a very fleshed out system for a floor. Well, which makes sense, like, because again, this was rushed, and it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it. This one was rushed in the sense that because Prepotente just straight up nuked the previous floor.
Yeah, within like I mean, it was like what 20 minutes at the most.
No, it was
It
like
wasn't-
I think
it
it was
was
like
before
8
they were
minutes
even
or something.
I
released.
know. I mean, it's like but I mean, it's like he was like right on it.
Yeah.
They were
As soon as he
counting
got there,
down,
he knew.
And
Yeah.
then as soon as it started, he shattered it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
because
so-
it was based on some story.
Yeah.
And he figured
And I
it
can't remember
out.
what
And
the
he knew
story is
the
called, but
story.
basically,
Yeah.
like,
You
yeah.
like the answer to like whatever riddle was in it or something like that. And didn't he trace it like on the glass or something?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and he
just
just
like
tapped it once and boom,
Yeah.
the whole level shattered.
Okay.
Yep.
Because again,
I
It
think
was
he's going to have a
made
major part near
in
the
a
end
rush
of it.
fashion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It was made in what?
a rushed fashion.
Yes. Yeah.
But didn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
also Prepotente also got something that helped him figure that out, didn't he?
That book.
A
that-
hammer.
Oh, yeah. No, it was a mythology
He
book.
got it.
He got a
He got the
couple of
mythology
things.
book, yes.
Yeah,
But he
got
also
a
got the
couple of
hammer.
things.
Yeah, the hammer.
Yeah.
because he wanted the book from Carl so bad.
Yeah.
So that's
Yep.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
They also find in this book She Maria, who was like the big
Oh my
hardo.
gosh, she's scary.
Boss lady. She's
Yeah.
also
Terrible.
she is some sort of deity. She knows, or basically Samantha and her know each other, which is not
Yeah.
great. But She
makes
Maria is
Carl
terrifying,
eat an
and
eyeball.
something is very like that's going to come back and bite him.
Yeah,
Just She
like,
Maria entirely.
she's-
She's too crafty. She's too powerful. Something bad's going to happen with that.
Terrifying. I don't want it.
100%.
I want to take it back. I would like a refund.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Because she possessed him.
yeah.
Yeah, she did possess him. Yeah, overall, it's just not good. It's bad news bears
No,
with that
it's
one.
like, yeah.
It's
He
also
does
when you
get that god summoned, right? Because of his gauntlet
Yeah.
Yeah.
this time, which was crazy sauce as well. And they fight with Uzi Jesus, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also find out he had a brother and that his dad was so awful that, 2 wives wanted to murder him.
Yeah. We love that.
I know a few people like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's messed
Common
up.
denominator, guys. If multiple people are trying to kill you, maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, you would think, but clearly he didn't have that insight.
I think too that we've really glossed over a lot of the little teeny traumas
Oh,
that a lot
yeah.
of them
Yes.
went through.
For
'Cause
sure.
There is so much more to these books than what we've talked about.
There really is
So
so
much more.
much that happens. It is really too much to talk about, even for 2 episodes. I mean, if we really wanted to talk about each of these books, 1, we'd have to read them all again, which I'm totally about.
Oh, me too.
But
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
2, it
One
would probably
episode
have to be like at
per
least
book.
like
Mhm.
1 episode per book, or like 2 books per episode.
Yeah, because you could really break down like
So
and relate it to what's
much.
going on in the world now,
Yeah.
or how culture is, and
And there's
Yeah,
also
get a bunch more of
yeah.
these little fan theories and things like that. You know,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Bunch
fan
of stuff
theories
like
and then
that.
all of the outside stuff that's happening, like the fan boxes and what's going on with Donut's
I
posse.
I think this book, if it takes off, could be as big or bigger than Harry Potter.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
It's a way better world.
Yeah, I think so. But
it's
it's,
a
like,
better
it's-
world, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have the kid appeal, unfortunately.
no,
It doesn't have
no.
the kid appeal,
And
and
it
I don't
really-
think
kids
that it
shouldn't
should.
be- no,
Yeah,
kids
no, I
shouldn't be
don't
reading
think
this
that it
one.
should.
No, they should not read it.
but-
I'm just saying that that's the reason why it's not going to be as big as Harry Potter, but it's going to
Yeah.
be big. It's going to
Yeah.
be big, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already
I
sold
think
over 1 million copies, and there's going to be a show,
teenagers-
hopefully. So,
Teenagers could read this, but I would not have like younger kids.
No.
Uh-uh.
So, is there anything else we want to talk about this one before we get to the epilogue?
I think so. I mean, it was good.
That was my absolute favorite part of this book. I literally, yelled out loud, "Yes!" I was
Okay,
like,
let's preface this first. Donut got a sponsor that is like essentially a trash service.
"Oh yeah,
And she was so mad about it.
She
Yeah.
was so upset.
She was trying really hard to be like grateful, because she wanted the gifts and whatnot. But she
Yeah.
was like, a trash service? Seriously?
Yeah.
Carl, why am I getting a trash service?
But it turns out it's just a cover.
Yeah.
I love her second sponsors though that she doesn't like at all, the donut holes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the
That's her fan club.
yeah,
the
fan
Princess
club, yeah.
Posse is
Yeah,
the official
the-
fan club,
yeah.
but the
Yeah.
donut holes
Are
are
like
like,
that.
her lesser. She doesn't approve, but they're like, we don't care.
But they are trying to get rid of the Cocker
And
Spaniels.
she-
Yes.
and she raised enough money from this with this fan club to buy
They
a spot
yeah.
on the
Yeah,
ninth
so
floor.
they're
they
coming
have
into-
their own,
They became
have their
essentially a legitimate
coming to
business.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I love in that trash truck. It's like in that they're talking. It's all the old.
They're like, why is
crawl-
this person here?
All
Yeah.
the
How
old-
did they get in here before this
all
shut
the
down?
old crawlers are
Yeah,
there, and they're there
that's
to
essentially
fight.
they're
It's
going to be
like-
their army.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's so good.
Yeah.
And
So
not only so they also made the NPCs their own entity, essentially.
Yep.
Donut and Carl, what's the word? Negotiated for that.
Yep.
And they did that as Donut's corporation,
Yeah.
essentially. Not necessarily just them, but and so we're kind of under the impression that the NPCs and the crawlers are going to, pardon me, we're going to bleep me out, but shit up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
And like,
I mean, this is the first time I think they've ever stood a chance of taking down
Yeah.
the elites.
Juice
the
Box from
Yeah.
whatever floor that was
Yeah.
with the castles.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
She's the one. She's going around killing people now, and they're
Oh
like,
my
she's like,
gosh.
"What you gonna do about it?
That
Yeah.
What you
meeting,
gonna do?"
that meeting was fantastic.
yes,
She
yes.
just slides in.
I
You
love
see
it.
people dying, and they're like, "How did she do this?"
She's back, and then she just like plops right down. She's
Yeah.
like, "Hey guys,"
Yeah.
they're like, "See, she's working with Carl," and they're like,
The thing
"Nope."
that worries me is like I mean we're poised for like this epic like victory.
Yeah.
Basically, was in my head. It's going to be a victory. But then there's 3 more books
Mhm.
after this.
See,
one.
I'm worried
It's
more
like
that so many people are gonna die,
Mhm.
that
and
I think you'll have to go to level 18.
I think he's going to continue. I don't think he's going to get out of the dungeon. I really don't. I think
I
it's
don't
gonna,
think there won't be a way for him to get out. Something's going to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
so
like
he
I think
has
they're going
to
to kill
stay.
so many people, and then they'll shut it down for a little bit, and I think they'll be froze, and things are going to rework.
I'm just
That
worried.
could
And I
happen.
don't. I
Never
think
know.
maybe the AI will have something to do with it, because the AI is like, it's not for the crawlers or for
I
the
think-
corporations.
I think it's
like,
starting to be a little bit more for
the crawlers.
crawl-
Oh, I do
though,
think it's more for the crawlers, but
because
it's still like
it's
know.
also spiraling a lot sooner than it should.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, I think
like,
that's actually what's going to end the thing,
yeah.
personally.
So I don't
Like,
know
it goes crazy sauce.
if I don't even know if they're going to be able to offer any of that,
Yeah.
like the rest of the dungeon.
And maybe not.
And
Maybe
like,
it'll be
so
just taken out.
yeah.
you know, it's
So
like
my question is,
Star
if they
Wars
can't
is
finish
born.
the dungeon, oh yeah, if they can't finish the dungeon, do we still get to keep
Then what
Earth?
happens?
I
Yeah.
don't know. As a
That's
Yeah.
like, can he negotiate for that? I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, that's what.
Just open the stairwells back up and let people go back to the surface.
So what?
Yeah.
What is Carl's last name? Is it Skywalker? Have we started the Empire and the rebellion? I mean,
Oh my god.
I mean, we're going. I mean, we're poised at the edge of something.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is, but
it's
I was
definitely
like,
something.
oh my god, that's the best epilogue I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of once Carl got that cookbook, and then we heard from a couple of his sponsors. Like it was the science-y one that sent him was it a seed or something like that?
where he swallowed it and it went into his.
No, they sent him this really weird tiny thing.
Oh, that was an ingredient for something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
a
the
root.
seed
It
or
was a
the
root.
Yes. They like once I heard them actually speaking, I was like, there's something else here. And I didn't really get it. I think until like the second or third time I heard from him and they said somebody's name and I was like, wait, what? Wasn't that don't we know that name? And yeah, then they started talking about
Where they
the
they gave
cookbook
it to
more.
one person to give to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. Well, it was one
I mean,
of
it was several things.
one
They
of the
did that thing.
former anarchists in the cookbook
Oh,
was
yeah.
one
Yes.
of- was
yes,
that
one of the former
scientist
ca-
Yeah.
was that scientist at one of the that weird corporation
Yeah.
that was sending him sciencey weird stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was so
See,
cool, and then I
it's-
was like, oh my god, there's so much happening behind the scenes we don't
I
even
know.
know about.
and I was surprised at how much Donut had done behind the scenes.
I
I mean, she had been working it, girl.
yeah, she really had been, and oh gosh, what's their PR manager's name? The fish girl.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I'm so mad.
Why cannot I remember Auntie's names and I can
I
hear
don't
Donut
know.
saying them? I can't think.
Also, I want to talk about how I picture her. If I can find it. Hold on. I think
you know how I picture her? I
Mhm.
picture
Her name is
you
Zev.
know. Yeah,
Zev.
Zev.
Zev,
Yeah.
yes.
The goldfish from Chicken Little with his
Yeah,
little.
that's exactly how I picture
Except
her
with
as well.
except with a suit on. That's how I
And the
imagine
fishbowl
her.
head. Yeah.
Yes.
It's bubbles.
We
He's
haven't named
goofy.
any of our fish out there, Zev.
I don't know. We didn't think about it till just
We're
now.
going to right now. Don't we have a bubble fish that's not named? We have Gomez.
No, Bubbles is the other one
Oh, yeah.
because
Bubbles, that's
she
right.
floats upside down all the
That's
time.
right. Yeah. Poor Bubbles.
So wait a second. What was
Well,
the thing that
anyway.
you loved about the epilogue?
The
The
Princess
people-
Posse,
yeah,
and that
coming
they're
in.
all there to come. It was like they have, 50,000 people, old crawlers there to
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
That was
Okay.
like, it was like the cavalry had, came.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
And
I
they're
thought you
ready
were
to
talking about some
die. I
other
mean,
goofy
they're
thing that happened.
they're
Yeah,
like,
they're
Yeah,
in
they're,
there.
they're ready.
they're committed. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, this is the hill they're going to die on.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, best thing ever.
Oh my gosh, Megamind.
Yeah. The fish guy from Megamind. That's how
Except
I
smaller,
picture-
presumably.
Well, yeah. But that's how I pictured all of them, and it was so funny.
I love the way Carl handled that first. That's not Zev, the one after Zev, before
Yes.
Zev came back. Yeah.
My God, I love
That was brilliant.
That was great.
So
Brilliant.
good.
Oh no, it fell and blew up.
Oh no, it exploded.
Oh no, the fish.
That's terrible. How
It's
could that have
broken.
happened?
And I wasn't even there when it
And
happened.
then they pull him into the office, and he's like, "I don't know anything.
I know what's gonna happen.
I wasn't even there.
That's
Why
wild.
would I do that? Why would I do that?
It's a demo. I
That
didn't know it was
makes
gonna
no
blow up.
sense."
Yep. Yeah, it was the robotic donut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It
What
says
is-
caution on it. I don't know what you
Yeah.
want me to say. No, I loved that because same.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it was gonna do that, even though that's definitely my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
even though that's what my class is. That's so funny.
Oops.
Yeah.
My bad.
That was your product. You
Yeah.
know? It's what you were trying to sell.
Not my fault y'all didn't fix it. All right. So do we have any final thoughts?
No, I think we've talked forever, and I could talk like days, but
Yeah.
Yeah, we really could.
read the books. These are amazing. Or listen to them. These are
Read,
amazing.
listen. Honestly, we don't care, but
Yeah.
we just want you to love them as much as we do because they are so
Feel free to
fantastic.
message or email or just come in and talk on the podcast even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we would
About
love to
them.
have more people on the podcast to talk about things that we discuss, or you can tell us what you want to discuss, and we'll discuss it with you on the podcast.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we would love that. That's like probably what we're like most wanting is more interaction from y'all.
Yeah.
So get to it.
And the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So our next episode, we will be doing a new curiosity from Zach and Carla. Then we will be doing my nonfiction pick, Somebody Feed Phil the Book by Phil Rosenthal. And then we're going to do Ariel's deep dive pick, Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin. And then a new book chat.
Woo!
Yay! We hope you enjoyed today's episode. It's time for us to sign off. But before we go, only the best libraries have librarians who don't shush you.